You can go to any bookshop in London. You will find a book from Ocean Vuong, and it's usually in a place where it's very easy to spot. And the other day, I came across with an interview piece with him, and I was surprised to learn that he is a teacher. And he talked about his teaching experience, the struggles, and what's horrifying for him. So he goes, students are more and more self conscious of trying. First, he blames social media because there is like a surveillance culture. So basically, the student makes a mistake, and in 2 seconds, everybody will know about it. And the other thing that they feel that it's cringe. And I absolutely loved it that in the interview, the way how he said this word in the interview, cringe. So he said, I want to be a poet. I want to be a good writer, but it's a bit cringe. I don't want to be perceived as trying and having an effortful attempt at my dreams. Saying this from the point of view of the students. They fear of judgment. And oh yeah, I can talk about this a lot. For example, well, it's not school, but it's something close to it. Because in London, there's something called shared living where 50, yeah, sometimes 15, 5, 6, 7, 9 strangers, they decide to move into a house and share the bills. They are strangers, they are not related, maybe they never seen each other before. And the very first time when I finished high school, I went abroad, I worked in many countries, and that was before the social media. And I remember every single time we were in the living room together, always together. When we went for shopping, we went together. If we live together, 9 people live together, 9 of us would go to the cinema, 9 of us would go to do the shopping. And then the social media came, and immediately everyone stayed in their room and was on their mobile phone. No more communication. So you could live in a shared house with 9 people and you could never see them. You could never even learn their name. It was the social media, the arrival of social media it made such a huge impact. Instead of making new live friends in real time, they would just go on and keep their old friends and keep contact with them online. After working abroad, I'm talking about myself now. After working abroad for a couple of years, I went back to school. And actually, I just finished, I graduated last year. But I can tell you that whenever it came to group projects, oh my God, it was never a smooth ride. Always, always fighting on social media, in the WhatsApp groups. But we always met the deadline. I don't know how, but we always met the deadline. But the amount of fighting, oh my God, the amount of fighting it took to get to that point. And there's the other thing. Ocean Wong talks about cynicism. That is the best and easiest path to take. Because if you are cynical, it could be misread as you are very intelligent and you are very cool. And it's all coming of the fear of trying, the fear of judgment. Because of social media is around. I talk about this with my parents a lot because obviously they grow up, they went to school, they were doing things without social media. And whenever I listen to them, it's like listening something like a fantasy novel or something because they behave so differently in school. And it's very, very difficult because right now we have access to the internet and sometimes we even have free time. And the pandemic brought a huge change, the rise in popularity of online learning. So you would enter these digital classrooms and let's say you pay for 12 classes, 12 weeks of teachings. So you need to watch videos, you need to read the articles, and there's some sort of mock exam. So not really serious, like a mock exam in the end. And there are groups, which is basically chat rooms, where you're supposed to discuss what you have learned from the videos and the articles and the written text. And even when you're old and because of a hobby, you taking an online course, which is a short course, 12 weeks, you will feel this phenomenon as well. Because no one's gonna be talking or posting anything on those chat rooms. So Ocean Wong, because he's amazing, he's not just talking about his struggles and the problems, but he comes up with some sort of solution as well, which is fantastic. So he talks about the role of the teacher who has the authority to change the tone in the classroom. Because yes, it's very, very obvious that social media has a very negative effect on education. And I'm from Hungary. I live in London, but I'm from Hungary originally. And there, for example, there is an attempt to take the mobile phone away from high schoolers. And in Australia, for example, under 16 years old, the social media is banned. But obviously, it's not the way to go. We need to learn to live with it, live with social media. And we need to learn to try again and again and again. Because still the best way to learn something is that if you try. Try and fail, try and fail, try and fail. Until you succeed. And all the invested money and energy and hours, practice hours, finally pays off.